The 25th anniversary of one of the greatest and funnest consoles of all time happened last week. June 23rd, the anniversary of the N64. So, let's go through the rankings of the best N64 games of all time. I have a lot of thoughts on this list. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
5 years old, man. 25. I can't believe it. I feel like it was yesterday. I remember the N64 clearly. Was it the second console that we ever got? I don't know. I just loved it. I loved the thing. It was so much fun. It was extremely well made. It was durable. And it holds up to this day. A lot of the games I would still play today in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even have to think about it because they were a lot of fun. Especially the multiplayer ones. I honestly wish we could go back to the multiplayer era. To the split screen era where you can play with your friends and stuff like that. But alas, I guess now we're playing in the online world. This is the future, and I kind of don't like it, but whatever. At least not in those terms. There's some advantages, but I prefer being face to face. Anyway, before we get into all that stuff, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m.-ish at Super Dario World. You can find me there. Like, subscribe. I really appreciate that. Tomorrow, I'm going to pre-record this. So as soon as I'm done doing this, I'm going to record the other one. But I will be doing a review of the Tomorrow War. I saw it yesterday, but there's a review embargo. I hadn't really checked that particular thing. And it's kind of important if you got to respect the embargo if you want to keep getting those screeners. But yeah, it's streams on Friday, and so the review embargo is up until tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, I will be loading the video. I'll still be doing my regular 2 p.m. stream, but it'll be up there if you want to check it out. I have a lot to say about the movie, and I can't say anymore. Again, embargo. Not saying anything until tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, if you want to check that out. Anyway, let's get into this list, because I got some thoughts on it. So I found this rankings on Business Insider about the N64 and what they consider to be the best games of all time. Well, the best games that were created for the N64. That makes a little bit more sense. So I disagree with a lot of these games, and particularly at the bottom half. The top half is really difficult because a lot of those games hold up, and it's just a matter of preference. But let's begin. Let's begin with number 20. Here we have, well, at least the Business Insider has, Pilot Wing 64. I don't think I've ever played this game at all. I've heard of it. I know it's a flight simulator, and it was kind of like the beginning of a lot of, flight simulators and stuff. Not a big fan of it. I don't really care much about simulating flight. I don't know. It's never been my thing. I was much more of if I'm going to be on a plane, I want to be shooting stuff. So I was more of the Star Fox guy, the Rogue Squadron guy. So yeah, this was never my thing. So yeah, number 20, doesn't matter. We have 19, Blast Corps, another game I never really played. Honestly, I know it's a rare game, and I technically own it. Because I for the Xbox a few years ago, they came out like the Rare Collection, and it's, the developer Rare, and I think that game's in there. I'm not sure, because again, I never really cared to play it, but okay, this is, are you the Business Insider? I can't say more about this because I didn't see it. I just remember, okay, I don't think anybody I knew ever had it or has played it, so, alright, I mean, sometimes they try to go with obscure picks, people do that, like, oh, I'm going to pick the obscure one so they know that I'm deep. Sometimes you're just an a-hole. Anyway, but again, the game might be good. Never played it. Anyway, let's move on. We have number 18, Jet Force Gemini. Jet Force Gemini was fun. I remember a buddy of mine had it, and so you could play co-op in the story. Was it split screen? I don't know. I just remember that I was always the dog, because the dog was the best. And it was a shooter. I think it was a third-person shooter. Again, this is another rare game. A lot of fun. So much fun. I love this game. And so I never owned it, but again, a friend of mine had it. So the thing that I remember that I liked most about it was playing with my friend. You know, it's going to my friend's house and going through the story. So good. I'd say it's a solid pick there. Number 18. Number 17. I don't. It should. I'm torn if it should be this low, but okay. Here you go. Pokemon Stadium. Okay, again, I'm torn because Pokemon Stadium, the best part of Pokemon Stadium was that you could play the Game Boy Color games there on Doduo and Dodrio speed. That was the best. That was the best part because you could just play the games that you loved, the Pokemon games, and you could just speed it up. So again, I'm torn because does that make the game special? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's the first time we got to see Pokemon in 3D. It had, as a kid, you're like, whoa, that's how Fire Punch would look. That's how Flame Blast would look. That's awesome. So it does have that wow factor, and it does have a little bit of a story. But to me, the best part about it was Doduo and Dodrio speed. So that was the best thing. And so okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's fine. It's low on the list, but okay, it's fine. Next, we have number 16, Conquer's Bad for a Day. This game was fun, but the thing that I remember the most, and I mean the most about this game, is the reenactment of the Matrix scene. Where Conquer is basically Neo in, what is it? It's not a hotel lobby scene. It's a lobby scene. Where it's the slow motion running through the wall shooting. That was fucking hysterical. That's the biggest thing I remember from this game. Not much of the gameplay, not much anything else, but that scene it's burned into my memory. So okay, just because of that, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine for it to be on the top 20. Easy. Next, 15, a game that I think, number 15, a game that still holds up to today, Mario Party. And so Mario Party is in many ways a game changer. And this is where I can't say, no, okay, I can't say it was a game changer because it wasn't one of the first ones to come out. But it did kind of start changing the way video games were played in person. Before you go somewhere and you're just playing the game and you're following the rules, but Mario Party actually made it a party. I remember you had to interact with the game in a very different way. You had to interact with the people in the room in kind of a different way. It was a different type. Okay, it was a competition game, but it was not a serious competition game. And I think this is where kind of Nintendo started figuring out its niche with the Mario franchise. We're gonna do something that's traditional, but in a different way, and it's going to be more fun. And it's worked out for them so far, and it worked out on a bunch of different other franchises. Anything, basically, Mario. There's a Mario game for pretty much every sport, and they're probably the funnest games out there in that particular genre because they're different, they're goofy, they don't take itself too seriously. You're meant to mess around, and so I definitely holds up. I think you could play it today and still have fun. Obviously, there's newer versions of Mario Party that are probably better. But if somebody put this on, if you're like somebody's house and they put it on, like there's 4 people there and you put it on and put out 4 remotes, you'll play and you'll have fun. And also, great drinking game eventually. Because that's the thing about the Mario games, they eventually become great drinking games. So there you go. I would have put it a little bit higher, but we'll see what the rest of the list say. Number 14, Pokemon Snap. Now this, I went through this game 100%. I completed absolutely everything. I loved it. It was so different for the Pokemon world. And honestly, it's kind of stupid. The premise is kind of stupid. You're just going to you're around taking photographs of Pokemon. But the beauty of it is, and the genius of it is that you were going around taking pictures of Pokemon in their natural habitats. It made you feel like they were real. And I remember they had some like hidden elements that activated other stuff. Like, I don't remember exactly what you had to do, but if you took pictures of certain things, you activated, let's say, for example, Moltres came out of the volcano and stuff like that. There was also like a formation of rocks that looked like a Kingler, and you had to get it exactly the perfect angle, and you wanted to get the best picture every time. For somebody who's OCD, this game was fantastic. And, so OCD and they love Pokemon, this game was fantastic. So I spent a lot of hours playing this game. Love it. So personally, I would put it higher, but again, we'll see how this list ends up. Number 13, we have Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I think I kind of mentioned this before. If you're going to be flying around, you got to be shooting stuff. And guess what you did in this game? You flew around and you shot at stuff, which was great. It was fun. It was a fun ship combat game. I think it was actually ship like, is it the first? It's among the first to actually do ship on ship combat in 3D. I don't 1998. I don't know. I don't think it was the first. I'd have to go back to see all the other games, but it was fun. Again, I'm not big into flying games, but this was an enjoyable one. The dogfights are fun, and so let's continue. The Star Wars stuff was personally. If I'm gonna put a Star Wars game here, personally, I probably would have put Bounty Hunter, but no, I think that was wrong. I think that was the I think that was the GameCube. So nope, take it back. There's gonna be a Star Wars game in here. This one's probably okay. Next, number 12, we have Mario Tennis, and the perfect example of the Nintendo figuring out what they wanted to do with the Mario franchise, and that's have Mario do normal things in a weird way. This game was fun, and again, because it doesn't require the normal. It doesn't take itself seriously. It doesn't require the normal type of skill. It's intended to be silly. It's intended to be ridiculous. It doesn't. You don't feel you don't want the player to feel like a pro tennis player. You want him to feel like a ridiculous tennis player and having fun and shooting, like the fireballs and stuff like that and making it wild. So again, perfect example of the Mario franchise doing this. I would have put Mario Party way above this one just because it has more variety. But again, not my list. Not my list. So again, me personally, Mario Party better than Mario Tennis, but whatever. Also, Pokemon Snap is better than Mario Tennis, but whatever. Next, number 11, we have Paper Mario. Now, Paper Mario was kind of a game changer. I remember it's the first time where you actually do an attack with Mario, and you actually like, oh, Mario just hit somebody. And so, it was different before. He was just like jumping on people. Here he was actually like duking it out with people. So it's a very different franchise, and it's an RPG. So is it the first Mario RPG? Maybe. I don't know. But it was wild. It was fun. It was a different adventure, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I haven't played the sequel, though. Maybe I should, because I did enjoy this one. Anyway, now we're reaching the top 10. And like I said, I'm a little bit torn, because to me, there's one... I know there's one that's going to piss people off that it's not there, and there's one that pisses me off that it's not there. So I will mention those at the end. So number 10, we have F-Zero X. This is the Captain Falcon game. If you're into racing games, this was a lot of fun. It was one that tried to be, it's futuristic. It tried to be a little bit serious, not as much as other racing games. Like remember, Cruising USA and stuff like that. Those were fun, but they tried to be serious racing games. This one was just wild, a little bit like you're going to go fast. And this is the one where you can actually hit people. I don't know. I might be wrong. But anyway, it was more like a halfway point between serious and goofy. So it was like it was the serious version of the goofy game. So there you go. And it was just like pure adrenaline. So it was enjoyable. Next, number 9, we have Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. I don't think I played this one. Honestly, I don't remember it. But then again, most of the Kirby games kind of just blur together. I'm not a big Kirby guy. Unless we're talking about Smash Brothers. Not a big Kirby guy. So I don't know. I don't know why. It just never attracted my attention. But okay, not my list. So I'll leave it there. Next, number 8, one of my favorite games of all time. One of the funnest games to play with your friends. I'm talking about 007 GoldenEye. This game was a fucking game changer. Game changer. Now, this is I was probably my first time experiencing a first-person shooter. No, because I played Doom in PC, but I was really little, and I got scared, and they wouldn't let me play it anymore, because it was like, oh, what is this? I was super, super little. I think this was like the first time I consciously remember playing a game. Loved it. I can't tell you how many times we got together at my friend's house, my friend Peepa's house, and we just played the game. It was phenomenal, fantastic. The a-hole would always pick, like the short round, and he would... the hack where basically you just go on your knee. So you're the little guy and you go on your knee and they can't shoot you. It's not short rounded. I confused him with somebody else. I'll remember it eventually. Names are not my thing. Okay, I think that's pretty well established. Anyway, the game was fantastic. One of the best. I think it holds up today. I hope, you know what, my heart wants to believe it does. Like if I put it on today, I would still enjoy the story. I'd enjoy the multiplayer, and it's one of those games that they were kind of created by accident. By accident, because they were not expecting it to be what it became. They did not actually put in the effort that they put into other games. But people loved it. It was the simplicity of it in a way. So there you go. GoldenEye again holds up to this day. I think no, I would have put it higher. Personally, I would have put it higher, but whatever. Again, not my list. Number 7, we have Perfect Dark. This game was spooky, and I mean seriously spooky, and it kind of messed with you a little bit, and so it's it's one of those games that I know looking back I probably shouldn't have played it because I what was it, like I came out in 2000, so I was like what 10 10 11. No, yeah, I was 11 maybe 12, so I was probably like, oh, I don't understand, but it's the multiplayer I remember being fun. The big issue with Perfect Dark is that it it wasn't as good as GoldenEye. That was its big issue, and that's why I don't think it's as popular or as successful as other franchise. But it was fun. I think probably looking back on it, if I played it again today, as a grown up, the campaign at least, I would probably enjoy it way more. But most people, I remember the beauty of the N64 was the multiplayer mode, and if I'm gonna go with a shooter, I'd rather go with GoldenEye. Sorry, it was way better. Anyway, so that was number 7. I would put it lower. I would put GoldenEye above it, but whatever. Number 6, we have Banjo Kazooie, a classic, a classic. I don't love Banjo Kazooie. If it were up to me, I would not put Banjo Kazooie in the top 10. I get it. I get it. I get it. I just personally, I personally enjoyed Donkey Kong Country way more. No, it's not Country. What's the one where he's in the island and there's like Kong rap? The Kong. I don't remember. But the point is, I enjoyed that game a little bit more, and so this one was fun. And it's in the collection of the rare games that it's fantastic. I get it. It's classic, just not one of my personal favorites. Again, if I have to pick between this one and Crash or Donkey Kong, I'd go with Donkey Kong. So next, number 5, one of my favorite games of all time. We got Super Smash Brothers, the original, the OG Super Smash Brothers. Again, another game that was kind of created by accident. Well, it was not intended to be what it actually was. It was not intended to be used the way that it was, but it's fantastic. It's one. I think I'm trying to think which game I have more hours on in the entire franchise, and I think it's Melee. And I think the only reason why I have more hours in Super Smash Bros. Melee is because to get Mewtwo, you had to win like 500 fights in a row. So I think that might be the only reason why I have more hours playing that. But this game is fun. A few years back I played it at a friend's house because he still has it. It holds up. It really holds up. It's a lot of fun. The only issue would be probably that Kirby is a bit overpowered, but whatever. It's still fun. It's enjoyable. It was a wild experience because again, you're seeing Mario throwing punches. You're seeing all these characters come together. It's a collection. It's a collaboration. You're like, what? Oh my god! You got Pikachu there and he's fighting Yoshi. This is wild. What the hell is freaking Donkey Kong doing? And there's Samus. It introduced you also to a bunch of other characters. Like I did not know about Captain Falcon until Super Smash Brothers, and that one, bounced me into the other franchises. So. Great game, a lot of fun. I would have put it way higher. To me, it's at least top 3. At least top 3, but top 5 is not. It's not insulting. To me, it's top 3, and it changed the world of fighters because fighting games. I'm trying to think if I can recall anybody else doing this before, but to me, fighting games, at least the ones where like you're in 2D. Well, this one's 3D, but it's like a 2-dimensional. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the games before it was 1-on-1. Here it's a brawl. It's four versus, well, it's 1 versus no, it's 4 players trying to kick each other's ass. I was gonna say 4 versus 4, but no, that's not right. But yeah, I know it's a bunch of players in the same screen fighting each other at once, and you could team up and it had a bunch of variety, and it was fantastic. I loved it. It again, game changer for that particular genre, the fighting game genre. Love it. So to me, it should be higher. But whatever. Number 4, we have Star Fox 64. And as I said, to me, if I'm talking about a game where I'm going to be on a ship, This was probably my favorite one. And to me, the best mission in this game is where they try to reenact basically it's the one with the pyramid where you're basically reenacting Independence Day. Phenomenal game. I loved it. I can't tell you how many times I played it. I even bought the remake that came out for the 3DS. It holds up, man. It holds. I don't think. I mean, remasters are always fun, but it held up by itself. It's a fantastic game. Great characters too. Loved it. I still think Smash is better. I think Smash is better than Star Fox 64. Sorry, said it, meant it. It holds up better. I like the dog fights in this one. I remember that you could do like the little like the loop thingy and the turnaround and it was a one-on-one fight. Well, could you do more? I think you could do more. It was fun. Point is, fun game. Highly recommend it if you haven't played it. Next, number 3. We're in the top 3. And you're probably getting a little bit nervous. You're like, why isn't this game out? Yeah, why isn't this game being mentioned yet? Well, number 3, we have Mario Kart 64. Again, a game changer in certain ways, but I guess it wasn't the first Mario Kart, so I can't say that it was the game changer. But to me, it was a game changer in the racing genre, for sure. Because, again, it made it goofy. This is Mario figuring out its formula, the Mario franchise figuring out its formula, and it's all right, we're going to do a sports game, and we're going to make it ridiculous. Totally, completely ridiculous. You know, because sometimes racing games are like, all right, we're gonna take this legit, we're gonna make it this way, and you got to follow the rules. And in Mario Kart, your incentive is to break the rules. There are no rules. You can shoot people. I'm gonna shoot a freaking like a turtle at you, a turtle shell. So it was wild. It was wild. It's a wild time. The battle mode was fantastic. I don't think I'd ever had like a fight with a car, and the concept was super simple, just the balloon thing. So phenomenal franchise. Holds up to this day, I think. I remember the fucking Rainbow Road. I hated it, but it was fun. The newer versions are still just are better, obviously, but this one holds up by itself. Like if they put it on today, I think it holds up. It made you hate the stupid blue shell. I loved it. Love this franchise. Definitely deserves to be top 3. Number 2. We have Super Mario 64, a classic. You get to kill penguins. It's a really fucked up thing to do. You fight with Bowser, the spinning thing. All right, I get it. It's fun. I don't think it's top 3. Personally, I don't think it's top 3. I think I get it. It's fun, and I know that Business Insider here is kind of trying to suck dick, being like, oh yeah, look at all these Mario games. I would not have this one. I would not have it in the top 5. Because Mario Kart, sure. The Super Smash Brothers, sure. So to me, those two would be in the top 3, and then I would have Star Fox, and then it gets a little bit tricky, but because there's a game that again I haven't mentioned yet that's not there. But if you guys know, there's only one game left. And GoldenEye. Okay, so far number 2. Okay, so in no particular order, I would have 2, 3, 4, 5 would be Mario Kart. Okay. I'm trying to figure out here. I'm trying to. Okay, so number 2 would be Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, Star Fox, Mario Kart Star Fox. I think that's how I would put it. And Mario Kart's still debatable because for reasons I'll explain in a minute. But there you go. The point is, Super Mario 64 will not be top 5, top 10, sure, but it would not be top 5, at least for me personally. And finally, the big Kahuna, the big granddaddy of them all. Well, not the big granddaddy, but one of the most popular games of all time, which also holds up to this day. We got The Legend of Zelda, The Ocarina of Time. The first time we got to see Link as a grown-up, this whole darker version of Hyrule. This probably the first time a lot of us were introduced to time travel. I remember, I think this was the first. It was the first game I got that I got to ride a horse. So that was fantastic. Epona, the music, where I actually cared about the music in a game. It's fantastic. Like, to this day, I would replay this game. It holds up 20 years later. And so I actually, again, they made a remake for the 3DS. I have it. It's fantastic. I replayed it on, I believe it was on my plane ride to Japan. Fantastic. Great time. It was difficult enough. It was easy enough. It was replayable enough. I love this game. But I know that there's a couple of games there that you probably are upset that weren't mentioned. And to me, the one that most people are going to be upset about is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I'm not a Majora's Mask guy. To me, it was once you play with Link as a grown up, you don't want to go back to him being as a kid. I get it. A lot of people argue that it might be a better game. I'm just not in that camp, but I respect it because it was very different and it was fun, and I think it's one of the few direct Legend of Zelda sequels. So I respect it. I respect it, but personally not me, and still personally not for me. And I at least recognize that it should be in the top 20, if not the top 10, for sure. The one that really upset me that's not there is Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing. I love that. I think honestly, it was the direct competition to Mario Kart, and I'm torn as to which one was better. Because Diddy Kong Racing had the advantage where you could, the things that made it different is that you could upgrade your weapons. So let's say you got a missile, and if you got another missile, then you could throw multiple ones, and then you could get like a super missile. So if you held onto your weapons, you could upgrade them as the race goes on. You also could get, you didn't just have to have a car, you could have a hovercraft, you could have a plane. So it had a lot more variety. And I just remember running against that stupid space pig who was just kicking my ass, and you just had to be perfect in order to try to beat him. I think, oh God, I don't know which one's better. Honestly, it's right there. It's right there. I know the one's a better franchise, obviously, because Mario Kart actually kept going. But Diddy Kong was great. What they were trying to do there was great. I might actually go with Diddy Kong. Okay, single player for sure, Diddy Kong. Okay, that's it. That's easy. Multiplayer, I might go Mario Kart. I don't know. I'm torn. I'm legitimately torn. The point is, it's bullshit that it's not there. It's bullshit that Donkey Kong ain't there. And so overall, I don't agree with this list. I don't agree. I would have rechanged the order of a lot of these games. I would have taken out, what the hell, why the hell is freaking Pilot Wings there and Diddy Kong Racing isn't it? Why is Blast Corps there and the Majora's Mask not in there? So there was a silly list. It was dumb, but not the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen some really disgusting lists out there. This one was okay. It was okay. It was just, some of it could have just been taste, but there's a lot of really, really big glaring misses there. So I can't totally defend it. But anyway, that's it for today. That's how we will be celebrating the Nintendo 64's 25th anniversary. 25 years. God damn it. How time flies, man. Like it's blink of an eye. But yeah, some of the greatest games of all time. Some of the funnest ones. I'll say it. The beginning of a lot of great franchises, particularly Mario Kart and Mario Party and Super Smash Brothers. Legend of Zelda was already a franchise before that, but loved them. I miss them. I miss playing games with my friends, man. I miss just plugging in a controller, hanging out, and play with everybody. Those were the days. Now you got to do it online, and you're on the head. It's not fun. Imagine it should be better. You know, as grown-ups, you just hang out, you have a beer, and you play a game. But whatever. Anyway, that's it for today. As always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. at Super Dario World. Again, remember, tomorrow, 9 a.m., I will be loading, I'm recording as soon as this is done. And so I'm going to preload it, and it's going to be, supposedly it should be live, 9 a.m., my review of the Tomorrow War. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., if you care, and you can check it out then. As always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.